He's genuinely loves people and he genuinely wants people to grow.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of confidence in his teaching. My important life was my meditation life, and then the rest of my life was what I had to get through to be able to have time to do the meditation. So what I feel that Pankosha offers is being able to help me integrate all of those aspects of my life into a practice, so that then everything in my life becomes a spiritual practice.
उन्होंने अपने जीवन में योगा को और आध्यात्म को दो अलग चीज़ें मान के चल रहे थे। तो अभी यहाँ पे उन्होंने सीखा है कि योगा और आध्यात्म, स्पिरिचुअलिटी, मेडिटेशन एक साथ किया जा सकता है। हाउ डू यू फील अबाउट योर ट्रांसलेटर? Like, and how do you felt without a translator?
Yeah, you know what I'm going to say. Well, like from the minute that I met them both, actually, I felt really like friendly with them.
Hello, Kelly ma'am. Will you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Kelly Rourke, and I live in most of the time in Springfield, Massachusetts, in the United States.
My first question will be, how were you interested in yoga? How do you recline to yoga?
Okay, how did I get interested in yoga or in Pankosha?
In yoga first, then Pankosha.
Oh, okay. It was a long time ago, you know, 30 or 40 years. And I became interested in yoga because it's a form of sort of meditative exercise. And then I just kept doing it over the years. And I became interested in Pankosha because I was looking for a group when I moved to Massachusetts that was interested in Kundalini awakening. And I answered meetup plan or offering for a yoga class in Kundalini yoga, and it was Babaji's class.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah.
कुछ समय पहले जब इन्होंने मतलब कुछ नहीं, काफ़ी सालों पहले उन्होंने योगा के बारे में सुना और समझा कि ये बहुत बेनिफिशियल है उनके लिए, शारीरिक और मानसिक तौर पे। तो उन्होंने लगभग 45 इयर्स पहले योगा स्टार्ट किया है। जब ये मैसाचुसेट्स में थी, अपने घर पे थी, वहाँ पे उन्होंने सुना कि कुंडलिनी के जागरण के लिए एक क्लास हो रही है, जो कि क्लास नाना जी की थी, बाबूजी की थी, और उनके साथ क्लास लेने के बाद वो पंचकोश से जुड़ गई, जो कि 2 साल पहले की बात है। What do you like about Panchkosh? Like, what are your concept that cleared in this session?
Okay, a couple different questions, but the first one, what do I like about it, is that it's a complete system that talks about every aspect of your life and doesn't just focus on spirituality or meditation or physical asanas. It looks at the way you live your life and the belief systems that you have, and it's like a complete system. And for me, it fills in gaps that over the years that I've been meditating, there were areas of practice that I needed to understand better, that were like gaps in my life. And so I feel like Pankosh is the first system that I've come across that looks at every aspect of your life and gives advice on that.
पंचकोश में सबसे अच्छा उन्हें ये लगता है कि जो भौतिक संसार है और आध्यात्मिक संसार है, उसे जोड़ के सिखाया गया है। दोनों का बैलेंस बताया गया है, जहाँ तक कि सब जगह सिर्फ आध्यात्म को देते हैं या भौतिक संसार को वैल्यू दिया जाता है। और दूसरी बात जो उन्हें यहाँ आके सबसे ज़्यादा अच्छा लगा है कि जो एक्सपीरियंस उनको फील हुआ है वो बहुत अच्छा है। जो नॉलेज उन्हें मिला है यहाँ आके, वो सब जो उन्हें उनकी पुरानी साधना थी, उनमें जो उन्होंने सीखा उसे मिलाकर समझ आया है। जैसे एक पजल दूसरे पजल से मिल जाता है, वैसा उन्हें फील हो रहा है। व्हाट रोल डू द पंचकोश प्ले इन अंडरस्टैंडिंग द बॉडी, कनेक्टिंग विद योगा? Like how your body connected with yoga and like meditation, dhyana.
What role does Pankosh play in what it's kind of what I was saying before, that meditation is sort of an inner practice, and then in our normal lives we have all these activities that we're doing, and the activities sometimes don't feel very spiritual, they just feel like things that we have to do.
Like
And
you attach feeling to it.
So there's all these different activities that are going on, and then it's like my important life was my meditation life, and then the rest of my life was what I had to get through to be able to have time to do the meditation. So what I feel that Pankosha offers is being able to help me integrate all of those aspects of my life into a practice, so that then everything in my life becomes a spiritual practice, not just
वाह
meditation.
वाह उन्होंने अपने जीवन में योगा को और आध्यात्म को दो अलग चीजें मान के चल रहे थे, तो अभी यहाँ पे उन्होंने सीखा है कि योगा और आध्यात्म, स्पिरिचुअलिटी, मेडिटेशन एक साथ किया जा सकता है। अगर आप दिनचर्या में बिजी हैं तो भी उसमें भी आप ध्यान लगा सकते हैं, और योगा के लिए अलग से समय निकालने की ज़रूरत नहीं है। जो क्रिया है उसी में आप अगर ध्यान जोड़ दें तो वो योग हो जाएगा। Would you like to share an experience that you felt here that's very memorable to you, that has become a core memory for you?
I mean, I guess for me, the best experiences have been, as I mentioned yesterday, the Upanishads teachings, because that Babaji has a way of saying things that, like we talked about, that it's sort of like as soon as he says it, you say, of course, like I knew that, or I should have known that, but I didn't know it, or it wasn't clear in my mind until he said it, and then when he said it, it just like fell into place. And then it's like, oh, now I understand that. Like, and then like a few minutes later, he'll say something else, and then it opens up something else in my life, like that I just felt like I didn't see clearly before. It was like right in front of me, but I didn't see it, you know? So that for me, my favorite parts was those teachings, because he was, talking about the Upanishads and about the truths that are in the Upanishads, and then he was relating it to our lives, and also, I think most importantly, relating it to our goal, that the whole purpose of all of the efforts that we're making is to have, to have enlightenment, to have understanding, and to have our lives be an expression of God. So it's like he's always bringing it back to the core. It's not to have a healthy body, and it's not to have wealth, and it's not to have all these things. It's to actually have this experience, the very best thing, which is the connection with God. So I always appreciate those things.
उनके हिसाब से सबसे अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस उनका ये रहा कि जब उपनिषद की कक्षा हुआ करती थी सुबह 5 बजे, तो उसमें जैसे बाबूजी जो भी बोलते थे, जो भी समझाते थे, उपनिषदों का ज्ञान जो बांटते थे, उनमें उन्होंने पाया कि जो मेरे सामने है, जो प्रत्यक्ष है, उसको हम समझ नहीं पा रहे थे, वो समझने का ज्ञान मुझे मिला है। उसे समझने के बाद उन्हें लगता है कि जो जो प्रत्यक्ष है, उसी से हम अपने आप को भगवान के साथ मिल सकते हैं, उन्हें अपने जीवन में उतार सकते हैं। ये उनका सबसे अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस था प्रज्ञा कुंज जाने के बाद। हाउ विल यू एक्सप्लेन योर एक्सपीरियंस हियर, लाइक हाउ वाज द पीपल हियर, हाउ वाज द environment here, how do you feel here?
Yeah, the environment is sort of much prettier than I expected. I was picturing that we would just be in a hall and just be talking, and that's it. And it was like all these nice the temples and all the greens and the plants in the garden. It's very nice. And then also I was kind of surprised at how friendly everyone was, and it's a very peaceful environment. And so it was like very conducive to concentration. And then also I thought that the things that he added in terms of like a good schedule for every day, and then having everybody eat the exact same thing, really simplifies a lot, so they just focus on the teaching. So I thought that was really, really smart to do that, to just have us all eat the same thing every day, because then you just take your focus off the food and on the teaching.
उनका कहना है कि यहाँ आने के बाद उन्हें आने से पहले उन्हें लगता था कि एक रूम में बैठा के सिर्फ पढ़ाई करनी है। यहाँ आने के बाद उन्होंने जो वातावरण महसूस किया है, जो यहाँ का हवा है, मंदिर है और जो प्रांगण है, उसे देखकर वो बहुत खुश हुई। और सबसे अच्छा ये लगा कि खाना जो जिस भाव से हम लोग खा रहे हैं, जो हर दिन कुछ नया चाहिए, हर दिन कुछ अलग चाहिए, वो वाला चीज़ हटा दिया गया यहाँ से, और सिर्फ ध्यान पे ध्यान लगाने के लिए हमें प्रेरित किया गया। खाने से भाव हटा दिया गया, तो वो सबसे अच्छा लगा उन्हें। एंड वो और जोड़ना चाहते हैं कि यहाँ के लोग बहुत उन्हें केयर करते थे, वेलकम फील हुआ उन्हें आने के बाद, और जो प्रेम उन्हें मिला है वो उससे बहुत खुश है। यहाँ से आप क्या सीख लेके जा रहे हैं? What are your teachings that you will carry on from here?
Like I was saying yesterday, that's like a hard question to answer because it's really like 100 things,
Yeah.
that I've been learning during this week. But I think overall, probably the biggest lesson I'm going to carry away is that integration of all of my life
Yeah.
to, to integrate meditation and the rest of my life and sort of pay attention to all the details of my life and how they work together.
Yeah. उन्हें यहाँ से सबसे बड़ी सीख जो मिल रही है वो ये है कि अपने जो भौतिक संसार के साथ अपने आध्यात्मिक संसार को मिला के चल रहे हैं, वो सीख के जा रही हैं वो यहाँ से और इसे इम्प्लीमेंट करेंगी अपने जीवन में. Another question I wanted to ask you is that you had some physical issues with yourself, right? कुछ बीमारियां थी पहले से. Do you feel that it has changed for you even a little bit?
Yeah, I actually, my knees have been definitely stronger
Yeah.
since I arrived, and I think it's because of the diet, actually. So it's making me think that when I go to back to the States, I'm going to try eliminating different foods from my diet to see if that's maybe what's been causing the inflammation. Because just simplifying the diet has helped a lot.
उनका कहना है कि यहाँ आने के से पहले उनके नीज में प्रॉब्लम थी, तो उसमें बहुत असर हुआ है, बहुत हेल्प हुई है. उसका मेन कारण वो समझती हैं कि उनका खाना ही था, जो खाना उन्हें यहाँ मिला है वो बहुत हेल्दी था. वो चाहेंगी कि अब जाने के बाद भी उसे जारी रखे. A question about myself. How do you feel about your translator? And how do you felt without a translator?
Yeah, you know what I'm going to say. Yeah, it was really, you were a great translator because you didn't just explain to me what was being said, but you explained to me the background, things that are in Hinduism or things that are in the history that are, the terminology that I didn't understand that he's using that everyone else understands.
Yeah.
So you knew that every time I would get caught on a word, then you would have to explain it to me. And so maybe I missed a little bit of the lecture, but I got filled in on things that I needed to know, right? And then in the times when you were too busy and you didn't come, and I was just sitting there listening, then I would just feel like very thirsty to know what he's saying.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have any idea what was being said. And like I said, you were like my eyes. So like I couldn't see anything unless Kushi was there telling me what was happening.
I'm really sorry about that, but I had some duties to fulfill.
Yeah.
So, उन्होंने कहा कि यहाँ आने के पहले उन्हें बहुत डर था कि कुछ समझ आ पाएगा या नहीं, कुछ कोई समझा पाएगा या नहीं. लेकिन यहाँ आने के बाद जो उन्होंने लेक्चर लिया है वो सारे अच्छे से उन्हें समझ आए हैं. और मेरी कोशिश रही थी कि उन्हें सब कुछ समझ आए, जो हम समझा सकते हैं उन्हें पूरा समझाया है. और जिस लेवल पे उन्हें हेल्प चाहिए थी, जो शब्द नहीं समझ आते उन्हें एक्सप्लेन किया गया उन्हें, और उन्हें जितना भी समझ आया है वो उन्हें बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है.
But maybe if I come back next time with several people, then there'll be a dedicated translation section.
Yeah.
And we can have it in our ears so that no one has to listen to us, because every time we were doing translation, people would be bothered.
इनका कहना है कि अगली बार जब ये आएंगी लोगों को लेके आएंगी, तो हमें एक प्रॉपर ट्रांसलेटर की जरूरत होगी, जो कि माइक से उनके डायरेक्ट कान में डाला जाए, जो कि किसी को डिस्टर्ब भी ना हो और सबको समझ में भी आ पाए. I will ask you a question about Babuji.
Okay.
That how did you feel about his presence in your life? Like how what are the values you see in him, like his aura? I will also add that what do you think about Nanima? How do you feel about her, Mataji? And please explain your relation with them.
Oh, well, like from the minute that I met them both, actually, I felt really like friendly with them.
Yeah.
And and especially your grandmother. Yeah, but both of them, and I felt like really comfortable with them and just friendly, like as if I had met an old friend,
Oh wow.
and then when I came here, I really can see, like what you said, that he's kind of like the grandfather for everybody.
Yeah.
And that he has this like very caring way, and I see that like it's like he's out there looking at all of us and saying like, how can I explain to them what they need to learn, So I feel like he's really He's genuinely loves people and he genuinely wants people to grow.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of confidence in his teaching, that he has like a real depth of knowledge that shows that he can just sit down and talk for an hour without even hesitating, and it'll be something new every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
उनका कहना है कि नानी माँ से मिलने से मिली थी, जब माता जी से जब वो मिली थी तो उन्हें लगा कि मैं एक पुराने दोस्त से मिल रही हूँ। वो शुरुआत से ही बहुत फ्रेंडली हो गई थी, जो कि हम सबको ये महसूस होता है कि उनके आसपास होने से ही सब कुछ खुशनुमा हो जाता है। और नाना जी के साथ उन्हें कॉन्फिडेंस है कि वो उनका जो नॉलेज है वो उन्हें परमात्मा तक ले जाएगा। और जो भी उनके पास आते हैं उनके अंदर एक नेचर है जो कि सभी को अपने बच्चों जैसा प्यार देते हैं, और सब वो उनका ये चाहना है कि हर एक व्यक्ति जो उनके क्लास में है उन्हें सब कुछ समझ आ जाए। तो ये उनकी बहुत बड़ी क्वालिटी है कैलिदी के हिसाब से। हाउ आर पीपल हियर, लाइक लोकल्स, डू यू लाइक देम, डू यू डिसलाइक देम, हाउ आर दे केयरिंग?
The people that were attending,
Yeah,
they were very friendly. Almost too friendly. That's all.
ओके। सो उनके साथ बहुत फ्रेंडली व्यवहार किया गया। यहाँ पे जो भी लोग आए थे उन्हें बहुत अच्छा लगा इन सबसे मिलके। उनका कहना है कि थोड़ी कभी कभी थोड़ी ज़्यादा दोस्ती हो जाती है, लेकिन कोई बात नहीं। अ लास्ट मैसेज फ्रॉम योर साइड टू द पीपल हु आर लिसनिंग।
Who's listening? What's the audience?
Everyone who came for the class, everyone local here, and all the family that will be watching. What
Okay.
do you want to say to them?
Okay. I want to say thank you for your patience with me, with the all of the inconvenience of having the translation, and that and also for being very welcoming and making me feel very comfortable with all of you. And I hope to see you again.
Oh wow, thank you. We are very happy to host you.
Okay.
तो उनका कहना है कि यहाँ आने के बाद जो उनको वेलकम फील हुआ है उसके लिए वो धन्यवाद कहती है यहाँ सभी लोगों को, और क्लास में जो लोगों ने हेल्प किया उन्हें जो ट्रांसलेशन मिला है और जो जो नॉलेज वो लेके जा रहे हैं उसके लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। और इसी से हम अपना ये सेशन कंप्लीट करते हैं। धन्यवाद।